Hey, sixth grade, it is day number 19 of career readiness, and today is about credit cards. All right, beautiful credit cards here on the screen, but we're going to talk about them. Really, I am. All right, so your objectives for today are to explain the advantages and disadvantages to using a credit card and also explain how to read a credit card statement. So, when you hear credit cards, do you think that they are good or do you think that they're bad? I'll tell you at the end what I think about credit cards, but we'll do an informal poll. Obviously, I can't see you, but how many of you feel they are good? Go ahead and raise your hand. All right. How many of you feel like credit cards are bad? Raise your hand. Okay. How many of you think depends? Okay. So here's some info about your credit cards. Basically, it's that small plastic card that you can buy things with and you pay for it later. So it's kind of like a loan, meaning you get this credit card and they give you credit, is what it's called, but it means that you're using their money and you're going to pay it back later. So they look at different things like, do you normally pay things back? How much money do you make? How much money do you have in the bank? So there's a lot of things that determine how much money you're able to get on your credit card, but it is like a loan. You do have to pay it back. Is it always free? No. There are some fees involved. One fee that you could possibly have is called an annual fee, and that's just they charge you, the credit card company, charges you just to have that credit card for the year. Now, usually this is for like the credit cards where you get like free plane tickets, plane tickets, or American Express often I think has a fee. Not every card has an annual fee. I'm not paying an annual fee to have a credit card. You have something called a late fee. So if you don't pay your bill when it's supposed to be paid, they're going to give you a late fee or a finance charge. This is just a charge that they add because you haven't paid the minimum payment on the due date. That late fee could be $39. You can pay it 1 minute late and you're going to have the $39 fee. And every credit card has their own set of fees, so it could be different for a different credit card. Okay, that finance charge really is a fee that's charged for the use of your credit, so basically not paying it off every month. So if you had a balance that was, let's say $100, and you only paid $50 that month, they're going to charge you interest or a finance fee on the $50 that you didn't pay off. Then you have something called an over the limit fee. This is if you have a limit of $1,200 on that credit card, you can spend more than that, but they're going to charge you a fee for spending more than the $1,200 limit that they've given you. Sometimes your credit card does not go through, as they say, so it won't be charged and it won't allow you to buy things, but sometimes you can spend more than the limit, but they will charge you a fee for that. So there's a whole lot of fees. There are more fees than those, but those are the most common ones. Why do you think a credit card company charges fees? Like, because they just want to be mean and get more money? I don't know. Okay, well, because when they charge fees, they're making money. Not that they want to be mean about it, but that's how they can keep in business because they're making money when they charge you fees. Now, some of you might get things from Amazon quite a bit, or you just shop online from whatever, and you send things back. When you do that, either making a payment or returning something, you're going to have what's called a credit to your account. And basically that's just going to be like, hey, you don't pay that part because, you know, it's like if you take something back to the store and you get cash, you know, but this is from your credit card, and what it's called is a credit to your account, just so you've heard the word, really. The credit means it's going to reduce the amount of money that you have to pay on that credit card. Now, this is an old credit card statement of mine, from like 2022. But anyway, this is account activity, so this is showing payments and other credits. So I made a payment of $597.03, but I had 2 credits from Amazon because I had returned things. So $29.66 and $21.19. So all of these minuses on there are meaning that it's taking away how much I owe them. So paid off. I paid off every month. So what do you think is good about the credit card? And you can pause this video so that people can discuss. And then when you unpause, I'll go over some things. All right, so one thing that I get, and a reason that credit cards sometimes work for people, is that you get cash back. So you spend money and sometimes it's 1%, sometimes it's 2, 3, 5. It depends on the credit card. But basically to me, that is free money just from using the credit card. Oh, forgot I had that on there. Some people get points. Those points can be turned into either money. It could be turned into taking money off the amount of a car. You can get airplane tickets. You can get cruise tickets. I guess they're not really tickets, but anyway, you can pay for your cruise with the points. Other things that are good, in case of an emergency and you don't have the cash, but you have a credit card, you could use the credit card to pay for that. You lose your wallet. If you lose that wallet and it has cash in it, it's most likely going to be gone forever, and you're not going to get that cash back. But if you have a credit card and your wallet is stolen, you can cancel your credit card. I can go on my cell phone, I can click a lot of notifications, I can click a couple buttons, and I am going to have my credit card frozen so that nobody can use it. They're not going out having a spending spree on my money. Okay, so here is a whole statement of mine, just to kind of show you more things on there. So this is my Chase Freedom. Oh, sorry, it's 2023. I didn't know what year it was on this. But it says New Balance, $47.69. Minimum payment due is $40. Why don't they want you to pay the whole thing off? Oh, yeah. They're going to get fees and make more money off of you. I have 20,403 points at this point. Oh my, if you have pay a late fee of up to $40 and that APR, or annual percentage rate, 29.99% interest. What? That is so much money. Wow. I had no idea. But here are other things like payments that I made, things that I bought, what my new balance is, and then how much money I'm able to spend. Past due, $0. You're right. I paid off. It shows me on this one that I have, go back. Show me on this one that I have a lot of purchases and I have a payment. Oh, here my purchases are 7.9% interest. That's not bad. Total fees charged in 2023, 0. Okay, so these are things actually I already went over. I just kind of forgot because I didn't go over this before I made the video. But you know, hey, whatever. So balance is how much I owe them. Minimum payment, how much I have to pay for them to, like, not say I didn't pay the card for that month. When the payment due date is, and then how many points I have, and these points mean basically cash back. For me, this means $204.03 I would get back. All of it. So if I look at this, this is just showing like how much I had to pay before, any purchases that I had, if I had any fees, and what my new balance is. So if I look and say how much is the current balance, it's $47.69. How much was paid last month to that credit card? $669.04. How much was charged to this card for the current statement? $630.42, but I had paid it off before things closed out. Kind of weird, I know. And the credit limit, so how much money am I able to spend on this card? $8,900. And because I had a $48 balance, I had $8,852 left that I could spend before I'd be over the limit. Before I'd be over the limit. Okay, this one is just a lot of Amazon. There's a Netflix. There's a Hulu. A lot of Amazon though. Okay, so lots of purchases, one payment. This is just showing the interest charges. There's been no interest charges because I pay it off every single month. And then if I didn't pay it off, it would be a 7.9% interest rate. Cash advances is if I just go get cash from using the credit card, and that you get a big fee for that, so I'm not doing that. And balance transfers is something else. If I had another credit card and I transferred the balance over to this one because it had a better interest rate, they'll do that, but they'll charge me for all of that. We're not getting into all that. So now, thumbs up, thumbs down. Obviously, I can't see it, so I don't know who's going to be right or not. But do you think I like credit cards? Do you think I don't like them? The winner is I love them. I know, that's weird. Okay, this is very long, but I'm going to tell you that I love them, and here's the thing. I have more than one card that I use. I'll explain those in a moment. But why do I love them? Because I learned how to use them responsibly, and that's the key thing. Being responsible, meaning I pay off that card every single month. I am not going to pay interest on it. I'm earning points. That point turns into free money, or I've taken 3 cruises for free just from using my credit card. Again, I am responsible. They're not good for everyone. I have a cousin that credit cards are not good for her because she doesn't pay them off. But the thing to remember is you have to pay them off every month in order for them to work for you. So I'm not saying you should have a credit card. Not saying that at all. Every person's financial situation is different, and it works for me, and my husband, where we put things on there and then we get free money, and that money is going to turn into some sort of maybe weekend getaway or a cruise. So it's really our vacation spending money, some of it, not all of it. So to give you an idea of my cards and why I love them, I have this card. It's called the Chase Freedom, and I get 5% cash back on different categories throughout the year. So for like 3 months, it may have been at grocery stores, or sometimes it's PayPal, or one time it was Amazon. Well, I did real good on that one. I have the Capital One, which is a BJ's card, and I get 10 cents off a gallon of gas at BJ's, but I also earn cash back on that card as well. I get 3% when I shop at BJ's, and I get like 1% or 2%, I don't know, all the other time. My Bank of America card will give me 3% cash back on whatever category I choose each month. So if I'm booking travel, I will change my category to travel, and I'll get 3% cash back. Currently, I think I have it set to online purchases, and I get 3% cash back on any online purchases I'm making. And the last one is my Carnival card, which I don't really use so much anymore because I only get 1% cash back and 2% if I'm on the ship. I get 2% back for anything there. I have earned free cruises from using it, but I've learned that I can use the other ones a little bit differently and earn more cash back. So in your Google Classroom, you have an assignment. There are 3 sections. The first section, you're going to give me different fees, and you're going to tell me the type of fee and what does that mean. What you don't see on here, I did put slide numbers, so you can go back and open the slides to find out where those things are. The green section, what are 2 things you can find on a credit card statement? So something that's on there, and then what does that really mean? And the last one is, what is the main difference between a debit and a credit card? Like, one is linked to a checking account. You pay for the items then and there. So probably starts with the letter D. And then the other one is like a loan, and you pay it back later, which is what today's lesson is on. So there you have it. Go ahead, probably have to pause this, and then go open up the word of the day. The word today is credit, and it is the ability of a customer to obtain goods or services before payment based on the trust that the payment will be made in the future. Okay, so you have your credit card lesson to do today, and if you are finished with that, check to make sure you're not missing anything. No idea what day of the week it is, but make sure that you complete anything that needs to be turned in. And that's all I've got. Hope you have a fantastic day.